Coming up on the Gill Lane Show, John. That's, it's gonna be here soon. Not like coming, like what people do in your ass. You get it, John? Do you get it?
Senator running for re-election in 2026.
You dumb whore.
I was with somebody who really loves Jimmy Buffett, and I said he's wasting away in Margaritaville, and did not go over well.
No, thank you. I'm gonna finish having dinner, and if you could call back another time, I'll fucking break your neck and make love to your eye socket.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Gill Lane Show with myself, Chris Kanya. You got Chris Novelino, aka Mo. Bill Parker is here, and if you're old, famous, and white, you're probably gonna die soon. That's what seems to be the theme of all the breaking news and trending topics this past weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's very true. Sounds ridiculous, but you're actually right on the money there.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about a lot of the stories that that is referencing. But first, instead of talking about the dead, let's start with the dying. What do you say?
Okay, I guess that sounds better.
That's an upper.
Remember back when Mitch McConnell just stopped talking out of nowhere a couple weeks ago?
Who could forget?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, him, probably.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Can you believe it happened again?
What? No.
Wait, on camera again?
On camera again. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had a hard time hearing you.
That's okay. What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Hello, Douglas.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026.
Uh-oh.
It's the same face. The same, like, pouty, hide your teeth face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's rigor mortis setting in. His muscles contracting. It's a death response.
Well,
My God.
this dude is making decisions for millions and millions of people. Isn't that great?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're like, what do you think about student loan forgiveness?
What if he's hypnotized? At this point, I'm starting to think he's hypnotized.
Oh, maybe.
And someone's using a word or words that are whatever they're called to put him to sleep or whatever. Sleep.
Oh.
Re-election might be the word.
Probably. He
He's
seems
like
to not be doing well with that.
He's like the dementia version of the Manchurian Candidate.
The Dementurian.
The Manchurian, yeah.
The winter older.
In 2026.
Oh.
okay.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026.
Brr,
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
Well,
So,
wait, was that so? That's how it ends. Shit.
Running for re-election in 2026.
what are my thoughts about what?
What are your
Running
thoughts?
for re-election in 2026.
He's like, oh, okay. His inner monologue kicks in. He's like,
Will you suck dick?
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026. All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator. Benny.
Just a minute, huh?
A minute?
she's like looking for the Control-Alt-Delete button on his back.
Yeah.
She's going to take it in 1 second. She's going to sniff back there to see if he shit his pants.
Yeah. Lift the belt.
She takes her earring off, like, to find the little reset button, like on the iPhone or whatever. Jesus, twice. All right, let's see how this ends. Does he go back?
All
to
right, everybody, we're gonna need a minute to unplug him and plug him back in.
I don't know, man. Look, he's white knuckling that podium. That's his
yeah.
only thing keeping him upright.
Okay.
This is not fun.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak
Dude's
up.
like, I'm out. Speak up. Yeah, that was the problem. Not the fact that the blood vessels in this man's brain are fucking breaking down in front of us.
That's okay. What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
Right now, he's like,
Don't know.
I'm gonna be dead.
Yeah.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Yeah, that's how it should go.
Question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
You dumb whore.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator Benny.
Oh man, that's not
she's
funny.
like-
It's only funny because it's him. Fucking.
She's like one of them insurance commercials. They're like, you could have your one of your granddaughters in your family can take care of you, and Medicare will pay them. Did you hear the question, Pop? And look at his shirt. This blazer doesn't fit him. He's like one of those like homeless guys that shows up at a really fancy restaurant and they give him a blazer to wear. Like, God, get this guy in a blazer. I don't even want his people to see. No, you can keep that. Jesus. Jesus, I can't have you walking out of here. And for sir, let go of the hostess stand.
If the blazer doesn't fit, you must commit to a nursing home.
Yeah. Sir, why are you still at the host stand? You don't work here. I had a reservation. What?
He's like,
What, I can't say American Indian reservation. No, sir. Do you have a reservation?
I can't say Afro-American. That's outdated.
I vote no to let women vote. What? Oh, we're not. What year was that?
I have to run for re-election.
Yeah, I do not have the runs today. Run. Oh,
Run
no.
my huge erection. What?
What? Last time I ran, I was a stress test and I died.
They should put him and Biden in a room and have a conversation and just live stream it for charity.
How about this?
Yeah, go ahead.
If they can have a conversation, you get good betting odds on that on FanDuel.
That's minus 3,000. That they
It'll be on a bedpan duel. Oh,
Wow.
fuck. I can't believe it happened again.
I mean, I guess we should believe it. You know, how about here's a wild idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't let him on camera.
Yeah, don't have people over 80 making big decisions in this fucking world.
80.
Yeah.
80 is so old.
So old.
To make decisions for people in their like 35, 40?
I'm 34 and I already have stopped caring about this country and what happens to it. Like, I'm only 34. Imagine what, you know what I mean? Like,
he's got 50 on you.
I should say not caring. I've lost hope most, you know what I mean? So if you're 80, I don't know.
Oh no,
that's old.
100% by the time I'm 80, I'm that guy that like killed his neighbor on his lawn for no reason. Like, there's no way. If I make it that far, just don't live next to me. I'll tell you that.
Not making it to 80. That ain't happening. But like, how could you have hope in this country when Mr. Freeze is making decisions? You know, like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. How about him and Biden put gloves on and do the Zuckerberg Elon fight because they can't land those two?
Or like a rap battle, something to make them try to speak.
We make them do karaoke
Oh,
of rap, and they have to nail it. All right, you're up next, President Biden. You have Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crossroads.
Koala.
I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss everybody.
Actually, I'm not gonna miss them. I miss them now because I don't remember who they are.
See you at the crossroads. So lonely.
80's really old, right? We've established that. 56 is, on the other hand, is a young age to go across the Golden Bridge to heaven. 56 is a young age to die, and that's what the guy who used to sing for Smash Mouth is looking at right now. Unfortunately, Steve Harwell, 56, is on his deathbed and in hospice because of liver failure.
His heart's not well.
No, it is clearly not.
Oh, he's dead. Breaking news. It just happened. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Just happened.
Wow.
At the time of this, it happened 20 minutes ago. It was reported.
This ain't no joke.
So it happened while we were prepping this.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. Smash Mouth singer dead at 56. Steve Harwell passed peacefully and comfortably with liver failure.
God, that's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, that tracks. They're like, yeah, this ain't no joke. He's really dead.
It ain't no joke. Aw. This segment was much more fun when he was alive. Still.
Well,
yeah. You know what it says? Look, he was surrounded by friends and family and Shrek, which is nice.
Oh, wow.
Smash Mouth frontman Steve Harwell, the all-star singer of the popular band in the 90s and 2000s, has died. Confirmed by the Rolling Stone. In a statement to Rolling Stone, passed away just a few minutes ago. Saying he passed peacefully and comfortably, surrounded by friends and family, and like Bill said, Shrek. He was a true American hero, American original. Steve Harwell was a true American original, the statement read.
Yeah.
I think there was like a big beef between him and radio jocks because he like talked shit about how radio jocks shouldn't talk over the intro to songs.
Oh, yeah. I remember this. Yeah.
That's
I agree with him. Look, if you're a radio jock, you're useless, right? So let's start there. And I'm listening to the station to hear music, so why is your useless fucking ass saying something stupid over the start of it?
It was so cringy. It's so cringy how proud of themselves radio jocks are when they hit the post.
Yeah.
It's like, you've heard this song 75 times this week. You should know it has an 18-second intro. Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's a countdown on the screen that says when to stop talking. It's not impressive.
It's like when young kids do the water bottle flip and it lands on the bottom and they go crazy. It's the same shit. It's like, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Also, though, maybe not a great idea to start a war with the people who are your bread and butter, making you all that money.
I don't think people in radio are making him any money.
Yeah, that's true. And besides, that's why the jock isn't the one who decides to pay him or not anyway.
Not even close.
Yeah, but so never mind. Forget that.
It's not like they're playing the records anymore. It's all computerized from the national group of people. But that's why I think he wrote the All-Star song with no intro. And like but radio stations would produce an intro because it just starts with somebody, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then so they would take there was like an instrumental bridge or part of the song that they put in the front so they can talk over it. I think that's what
interesting. Wow, that's really fucking thinking you're that important that you have to create music for you to talk more.
Jesus.
How about you take out one of the 10 minutes of commercials that you have playing in a row? Try that instead. Fucking radio sucks.
Even though Steve has not been with Smash Mouth for 2 years now, the band continues to tour with the new vocalist, Zach Good. His legacy will live on through the music. I had no idea Smash Mouth was still touring.
No.
Hasn't been with the band for 2 years. Try 20. Where the hell were they? There's wow.
Wait, what's this? I'm seeing the word Nazi in there. Here. Harold's departure came after an incident in 2001 in which a singer was caught on camera at the Big Sip Beer Fest in Bethel, New York, slurring his words, threatening the audience, and seemingly giving a Nazi salute to the crowd. Well, okay. Now I don't feel so bad.
Oh, is he saying joke or Jews?
It ain't no joke.
It ain't no Jew. That's what I think he's saying.
It ain't no joke.
He really? Yeah.
I love this guy, though.
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a Nazi. Check this out. Harwell started off as a rapper in San Jose with the group FOS, which stood for Freedom of Speech.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Rapper in San Jose. San Jose, that's Silicon Valley. Net worth is like $1 billion per house in that place.
He originally wanted to call it Marching on the Sun, but they were like, listen, I don't know if that's appropriate.
Look, I'm not a music head, but listen to this. Of course, All Star was an earworm that dominated radio in 1999, became Smash Mouth's biggest smash. The song, it says here in quotes, the song just won't go away because it's one of those songs. Steve Harwell, the guy who died, told Rolling Stone back in an old interview, obviously. It's like fucking Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. It's like fucking Leonard Skinner.
Oh, boy.
You have certain songs that bands make that just don't go away. We were blessed with that, and it was All Star. I don't know if All Star, the song from what was that superhero movie? It was, when Ben Stiller was the guy with the shovel or whatever.
Mystery Men.
Mystery Men, yeah.
Yeah.
The song from Mystery Men is probably not on the same level as Stairway to Heaven.
Probably not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like voted greatest rock and roll song every year for like 100 years straight.
I can't decide which song I love more, Sweet Home Alabama or All Star.
It ain't no joke.
Well, there you go.
What are you shopping for, Chris, if this is on your sidebar?
Ooh. Is that how you get those
Halloween's
lovely
coming up
buns?
again?
That's why his butt looks so good. He was in Spanx. I don't even remember where we did that and what show.
I put it in the Spanx.
Ah, wow. Well, while we're on the topic of death, we also lost Jimmy Buffett.
Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Yeah.
20 years older than the guy from Smash Mouth. 76. Jimmy Buffett died this past weekend. And boy, did I see a lot of people in Jimmy Buffett-esque shirts as an homage to him this past weekend. You know, the button down with the...
You wore yours one show too early.
I know. I might have killed him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I was blaming you first. So I got a funny story. I was with somebody who really loves Jimmy Buffett, and I said he's wasting away in Margaritaville, and did not go over well. That was met with a lot of anger. I stand by it. It's a good joke.
Yeah, they should rename the restaurants.
Yeah. My body's wasting away again in Margaritaville.
They pull your table out of the wall like the morgue.
It's cold.
Freezing cold.
Now it's a Cold Stone Creamery. They just start making ice cream on it.
Just rolling the cream over.
I was never into Jimmy Buffett. How about you guys?
I mean, everybody knows the big hits. I don't know anything deeper than, you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere in Margaritaville and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Cheeseburger in Paradise is stupid, you know?
It's a dumb song.
Yeah.
How
It's
dumb.
really dumb.
Yeah. I was indifferent, I guess. If I heard it, it was fine.
Yeah, I
guess.
didn't dislike him or anything, but I just thought the whole thing was silly. But dude was a billionaire.
Apparently he was a very aggressive businessman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, it's so funny because the last thing I think about with him is aggression, you know?
Yeah, well, he was, he's a billionaire, laid back billionaire off the backs of slave labor. All right, that didn't really happen, but allegedly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess the restaurants and there's, I think, he was one of these guys with the liquor company, right? One of these celebs.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, he has the channel on satellite radio, right?
Yeah.
He has all those restaurants.
I went to his restaurant just once, and it was down in AC because it was the only thing open for breakfast at that time. If you didn't want like a buffet, it was terrible.
Breakfast.
It was really bad.
Yeah, it's just a classic chain. Like all the soup comes in a bag, kind of stuff. You know?
Yeah, I would never know what this dude looked like if we weren't watching this right now. Like he could walk in my house and punch me in the face, and they'd be like, "Who's here?" I'd be like, "I don't know, older guy."
Yeah, that's
white
true.
hair.
I don't know. I didn't know what he looked like either until.
Yeah. I was just thinking too. Like, well, is this the Mitch McConnell bit again? Or now he's got a guitar at the fucking thing.
I mean, the guy had a fucking great time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I don't know. People seem he was chill. You know, he was known for chilling out. Wasn't the lost shaker? Somebody once told me the lost shaker of salt was like he had Coke in a fucking salt shaker and they got mixed up or something. I was like, wonder if that's real.
Probably.
Well, Walt, again, keep the death train going. Another white old celebrity passed away.
How many more do we got?
How many more have to
do
die?
we got?
Can't wait till Morgan Waller dies and I can make that joke again.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
Bob Barker. We lost Bob Barker.
Oh.
Who was 99 years old.
Boom, boom, boom.
Bob Barker.
99.
Made it to almost 100.
Almost 100, but did not go over.
There it is.
Yeah. If you bet 100, you lose. Bob Barker.
Oh, the answer was 98. You went over by 1.
This guy was really fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, Price is Right's a really dumb show, but when I was a kid and I was home, I watched it all the time just because he was great at it.
Oh, yeah. He was. Man,
now
look
they
at
got,
this guy's tie
Drew
knot.
Carey
So
does it or
beautiful.
something?
Yeah, skinny Drew
There he
Carey,
is.
too.
Yeah.
Drew Carey's, I've seen Drew Carey do it. It ain't the same.
No.
He would always want your pet spayed and neutered, remember?
Yeah.
It's very about the pet population.
19 Emmys he had.
Wow.
And look at every one of these tie knots is perfect. That's very important.
How many Emmys does Drew Carey have? Probably 0.
I would imagine 0.
They're like, oh, he died of natural causes. Yeah, I bet. You know, that usually happens at 99.
Yeah, 99. He makes McConnell look like he's in a fucking baby carriage.
McConnell's a fucking pussy compared to Bob Barker.
Really?
Bob Barker ain't freezing up.
Hell no.
He was fighting Happy Gilmore at fucking McConnell's age on a golf course.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't freezing up. He was burning the fucking shit down. You know what I mean?
Tell Mitch McConnell I'll fight him tomorrow. All right.
Oof, God, I would pay whatever the pay-per-view rate is.
Imagine you don't get the Elon and Zuckerberg, but you get me versus McConnell. I'm taking a dive though, because I know somebody's coming up to give me a bunch of money to take a dive, and I have no integrity. I will do it.
Absolutely not.
It's the Irish versus the Welsh. It's the British Isles war you've all been waiting for.
It's a Mick battle.
It's a Mick battle.
Yeah, Bob Barker, Jimmy Buffett, and now the guy from Smash Mouth. And we're watching Mitch McConnell. You know, he's on his way.
Dying in front of our eyes.
A spoiler alert, we're about to talk about a show that you definitely should watch. If you haven't yet, you might want to fast forward through this. Although it's not really, the show didn't have a lot of spoilers aside from like the predictions we made of what we thought would happen. But the show I'm talking about is called Telemarketers, and it's on HBO Go or Max or whatever it's called now. So what really caught my attention on this show, and this is why I texted you guys about it, was that it took place in New Brunswick, New Jersey, the first episode at least.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize like where they would drive up and down Route 1 or through Rutgers campus and stuff. You'd recognize like stores and restaurants and stuff. And
lots of stuff.
and it's about exactly what it's titled, telemarketing. And apparently it used to be an insane business that was like basically run like a frat house, right?
Yeah.
So the documentary is being done by a guy who used to work there, and it's being done with a guy who used to excel at this place. What was it called? CDG?
CDG, yeah.
Yeah, CDG.
And the guy who's the main focus of the show, his name is Patrick J. Pespis.
Patrick J. Pespis.
It's a fucking great show. I mean, it's not knock your socks off great, but it's a lot of fun to watch.
It's incredible.
And here's an interesting fact. Me and Mo worked for this company.
Yeah. About 10 more than 10 years before the actual documentary's taking place, though.
Right. Yeah, we didn't work there in the documentary heyday. I worked there for half a day. I walked out.
Really?
Well, I thought it was fucking dumb.
I think we made it a couple weeks, but also you got to remember we were like 15 years old, I think. I mean, it was the only place paying 5 times minimum wage that would hire 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, it all seemed above board.
Other than that.
Yeah. Other than the fact that it was 8-year-olds and ex-convicts sitting there while they paced up and down the aisle saying, "We're sending you the fuck home if you don't sell, you motherfuckers. If you do sell, we'll give you a $2 scratch and win."
That's when I left.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Where are we going into?
We're going into Civic Development Group, and what we do is we call up people and chisel them out of money.
Money on my motherfucking mind.
Patrick and I both work at this telemarketing place. This 14-year-old kid
Making calls on behalf of charities.
It's like a big ass cookout.
Get money at my motherfucking mouth.
I didn't think I was doing anything bad at all.
Now, Lisa, these families, they do need your support.
The business model is defrauding the most vulnerable in this country.
It was a big-time scam.
So that guy that you hear with the thick Long Island kind of New Jersey accent, that's Patrick J. Pespis, and he's I guess he's the focus of the documentary. The focus is telemarketing, but he's the star for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Oh, he's the star of the show. Yeah, yeah. Well, they
get him on our show.
Oh, that'd be amazing. They so they were just telling people they were collecting money for the Fraternal Order of Police, and 90% of it was going to the company, aka the leader, the head of the company, and the other 10% would go to the Fraternal Order of Police.
Right.
And then, of course, they just started keeping all the money, lying about everything. I mean, it just devolved, like as if 90% wasn't enough.
Well,
90% of hundreds of millions of dollars wasn't enough for these people.
I love how everyone in this documentary would keep saying, like, I didn't even think we were doing anything wrong. Yeah, you did. What are you talking about?
Sure you did.
Like, you were calling people on a scam that you knew about and taking their money. Old women. They seem pretty happy to get an older person on the phone. You know, like they got a McConnell on the phone.
What about that convicted murderer who was like the #1 salesperson for the rival company?
Yeah.
And he would like be like, "Hi, Mrs. Jones, can we interest you in a $30 gold donation?" And they would like, hang up on the guy. He's like, "I hope you fucking get hit by a car today."
Yeah. He's like, "I'll slice your fucking throat."
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, "No, thank you, sir." Click. And I'll fucking gut your mother like the fucking pig that she is.
Hi, Miss Jones. Good to talk to you today. I'm calling about you fucking bitch. I will come to your house and I'll your fucking face. Oh, I did it today. That's on me. You're exonerated, Mo.
Point Novelino. I feel fucking vindicated right now.
Nobody gets points for this. Let's not make this a game.
As you frantically jot the time down.
So I can edit it properly.
No, thank you. I'm going to finish having dinner. And if you could call back another time, I'll fucking break your neck and make love to your eye socket.
That guy.
That was
When he was making the threats, though, you could see it in his eyes. You're like, this guy's not joking. He's not just doing hyperbole. He was fucking nuts.
That's why his ankles handcuffed to the computer desk. He's like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he wasn't like, I'm trying to get the spotlight on me. He was like, oh, there's a camera here. Like he was that 1,000-yard, nothing behind those eyes, man.
Nothing.
Let's look at the top sellers in the show. Him and Patrick J. Pespis, who at one point is blowing an entire bag of heroin in one swoop. He had like was a straw or a bill or something in the bag. Did you see that move? Like he's like the Don Juan of snorting an entire bag of heroin. He is so smooth. He's the other top seller.
He would also have to go work at the McDonald's for their Wi-Fi. Because he didn't have any.
While he was trying to get these senators to meet him, he needed the McDonald's free Wi-Fi.
Wearing a 1991 Giant starter jacket that I had when I was in middle school.
And then he's not only wearing, so he's a dope head wearing a fucking Giant starter jacket that's all filthy and shit. He cleans up his act, and it's a couple of years later, and he's still wearing the filthy fucking junky starter coat. That's the first thing you shed. If I'm in meetings and I'm like, look, you want to start afresh? Fine. I mean, you got to get rid of the jacket, Pat.
I love the part.
Even NA kicked him out.
Where the guy Sam says at one point, because, Patrick J. Pespis has to interview a lot of people on camera. And he's like, it never occurred to me that maybe Pat wouldn't be good at this. It's like, why not?
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
He was reading the questions off an iPhone and not absorbing any of the answer and continuously reading the next one while he's getting an answer. And he'd give a ridiculously vague response. Oh, how many of these, how many dollars do you think was raised by that? And the guy's like, I don't know, about $600 million. Well, wow, that's a lot. And then how do you feel about, and they're like, what the fuck? Maybe he's not good at this.
He was a hoarder. His house was like hoarding shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Edison, Plainfield, and New Brunswick. I've seen every one of these buildings, right? Mm-hmm. There was the Beauty Rest Motel.
Route 1, right by the Mack truck plant or whatever it is with the dog. Remember the dogs? The dog on the bulldog on the sign out there on the corner.
Like
out in the industrial wasteland out there.
Hometown Buffet. There was that place right across the street.
Fucking love that place.
Yeah, it was great. I think it's gone, right? It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's a Quaker Steak and Lube now or something. Maybe.
I think that's gone too.
Oh, good. Things are going well down there.
That's
oh yeah, things open and close within a year everywhere. It's awesome.
Yeah, Hometown Buffet. That's bold move, fellas. You really are testing your immune system.
Guards. Don't worry about it,
dude. I was like 12 years old until I was 18 going in there.
You walk in there and somebody's like 8-year-old kids rolling around in the salad bar underneath the sneeze guard.
That was me.
You're like, ooh, they have ranch now? Okay, delicious. I mean, I one time saw a kid, he was putting his hand in. They're like, and it's, I love people like, oh, they have a chocolate fountain now. Like all of a sudden it's the Godiva brunch in Manhattan because they put a fucking $8 chocolate fountain in the fucking plate. Kid's like wiping his face. He's putting his hand in the fountain and wiping it on his face. He's just repeatedly. And I'm like, ooh, you can dip a strawberry in there.
Looks like war paint on his face.
Yeah. He's a fucking Native American now. See what I did? I said it right, guys. I said it right, guys.
Wow, that kid's doing chocolate face. Not appropriate.
Yeah. To be fair, I was having lunch with Al Jolson. Very contemporary reference for our audience.
Speaking of kids, there's a culture out there of how people find out what kind of kid they're going to have before it's born. And we know it as a gender reveal party.
I thought you were going to say abortion.
In some states,
you've seen these, right? Where
unfortunately,
everything from a dad hitting a golf ball and it blows up either pink or blue, or cutting a cake. Mm-hmm. Cutting a cake was the original one, right?
Yeah.
You'd bring the information to the baker and they would make the cake and not tell anybody except for the one person who brought the info. Cut the cake and see the blue or pink colored cake, and that's how you found. And then
that seems pretty normal, right? I mean, like if like I know I hate these things, but the cake thing is fine. You want a cake and you cut the cake,
fine.
hey, it's a boy, you know, whatever. But people take these things to the fucking extreme now.
Yeah. Yeah, like you got to dislodge a gas line in your house and you're going to have like a major explosion. And if the fucking smoke is pink, you don't have a house anymore, but it's a girl.
You don't need the fire engine coming has to be blue or pink, and that's how you find out.
Yeah. The ambulance lights.
You know, you're making jokes, but we're already there with these gender reveal parties.
Oh my God.
Here's one that went terribly wrong. Okay, it happened in Mexico, and the first part of the clip is, if this isn't big enough, I mean, there's like 600 balloons behind a big sign that says "Oh baby."
Okay.
Okay.
And if you look behind that sign, you'll see an airplane in the distance. And yes, the airplane is part of the gender reveal. Check this out.
Oh shit.
It's a girl. Anybody notice anything funny about this clip or out of?
Well, I guess the first thing I'm going to say is the airplane was made out of paper mache, I guess.
Probably not a good design. Yeah, how does the wings both fold up?
They're not supposed to.
Yeah, I would guess probably not supposed to.
I'm not a pilot, but I'm going to say that it doesn't flap its wings like a real bird.
Well, neither is this person anymore because this guy died.
Oh, it was a boy.
Actually, I was going to say maybe it was a female pilot and the pink smoke meant it was a girl.
Yeah.
Now it's a fucking corpse.
It only seems like one person is concerned because if you noticed, this person even recording got this plane malfunctioning on camera and turned back to see everybody celebrating. Look. They're all still celebrating.
What an
Fucking
awkward
terrible
moment.
I mean, do you think these people feel bad at all? They're such narcissists. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, shame about that plane, huh? Anyway, Rosé is over behind the cabanas. Like they give a shit.
He was flying a Piper PA-25. The left wing failed at the gender reveal party in San Pedro, Mexico. Pedro, Mexico. And the pilot was killed.
Piper PA.
It looks like we're missing some breaking news there. If you look on the sidebar, Jesus Christ is alive. That seems like a big story.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. And he doesn't like gender reveal parties.
Louis.
He's like, we need to cut down here a little.
Holy shit. Louis Angel, 32 years old, a resident of Novelado. So that's where we were from, Mo.
Hey, that's my cousin.
It was in serious condition, taken to the local hospital and died moments later.
Ugh.
All for a gender reveal.
Oh, God.
He starts bleeding out blue, and they're like, it's a boy!
He's really committed to his job.
Yeah, this guy, when I told you he was committed.
You're telling me the guy that came out of that wreckage isn't okay?
Jesus. There was one that wasn't there a gender reveal recently that like caused a wildfire?
Yeah, it's like weekly.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember this? California couple whose gender reveal party sparked a wildfire charged with 30 crimes.
What happened to these people?
Criminally charged for the role in igniting last year's destructive El Dorado wildfire after they used a pyrotechnic device during a gender reveal party. The blaze torched close to 23,000 acres.
Jesus.
Destroyed 5 homes and 15 other buildings and took the life of a firefighter.
Great. Like, imagine you're the kid, you know, and you got to hear that story as you're older. Anyway, we had some kind of stupid fucking thing to show what you're going to be, your gender. And we killed a firefighter. We destroyed acres, buildings, whatever. And now it turns out you're transgender, so it didn't even fucking matter.
Turns out, yeah. Well, you could have not skipped that whole step.
Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't a big deal now in hindsight.
For a few fleeting moments of amusement, we burned down the whole entire island of Maui just to see if you were going to be, what genitalia you were going to have.
Canada's gone, but you have balls. So we're excited.
Turns out they could just print out a sonogram and you don't have to burn down half a country.
Turns out nobody cares.
Yeah, we could wait another 8 weeks and just look ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out I still can't tell if you're a man or a woman. Who cares?
You're very androgynous. Just leave it at that.
But that's all right.
Gender reveal
It's in now.
gone wrong. It's supposed to be a exciting time for people, right? Even though we don't agree with them. Turn to a disaster. It's kind of like what's happening right now with Burning Man. So what exactly is Burning Man? They go in the middle of the desert and then light a big fire and dance around it on drugs?
I mean, that's the gist of it for me, I think, right? I don't even know anything.
That's my interpretation. I know they take a lot of drugs and they light shit on fire and they're in the desert. So, yeah.
Ayahuasca.
So I'm looking at what's going on, and all the headline reads is the devastating part. But Burning Man estimated 70,000 plus attendees were isolated at the venue known as Black Rock City as rain returned Sunday and closed roads, muddy campgrounds, and one reported death darkened the day. So this is in the middle of the desert where they never get rain, apparently, right? Or at least they don't plan to get this much at this time of the year. So they all went out to the desert,
my God.
torrential downpours, and now they're all trapped in the desert, essentially, right?
Yeah, it's like people are walking through like 4 feet of mud trying to get out of there. You've walked through like big time mud, right? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, sure.
It's fucking hard. You know, you're like sticking, you're trying to get like, I don't know. I would just stay in place till it dried out. I'm in the desert. This isn't going to go on forever. This isn't the Bible, you know?
Right. All of a sudden it's a fucking oasis.
Right.
Trees and green grass sprouting up.
Here, it's a 2-minute news segment. Maybe they'll explain some more.
Tonight, chaos at Burning Man.
We're kind of screwed here.
Tens of thousands remain stranded after torrential rains led to a total lockdown of the annual festival in the remote Nevada desert. Dust turning to a mucky, messy mud.
The entire place is absolutely just soaked.
Authorities say one person died at the height of the storm. The cause of death under investigation.
I think I could be trapped here for a couple more days.
Suzanne.
What the hell was that thing?
Suzanne, sure.
Wow. Suzanne wants to be trapped.
Yeah.
Waiting for her gender reveal party.
Couple more days.
Suzanne Ford is among those burners still stuck on the playa.
What's it been like?
It's so muddy getting around, like just walking to your tent in the mud is impossible. You know,
It's talking about her sex life. Oh, Burning Man. Oh, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, honestly.
She's at the Banama Man Festival.
it's so muddy getting around, like just walking to your tent in the mud is impossible. You know, everybody's putting garbage bags over their shoes or their boots, or they're going barefoot because the mud, you just sink down into the mud. It's a quagmire. It's debilitating.
Organizers telling
But I'm a man.
It's debilitating.
Organizers telling all attendees to shelter in place and conserve food, water, and fuel. The entrance to the camp and airport closed. Other than emergency services, no vehicles allowed in or out.
I'm actually going to try to make a break for it. They're saying the gates are still closed, but I've got a 4-wheel drive car, and I'm going to try to make it out.
Others.
Isn't Burning Man like a young, Coachella crowd, or is it all ages? Because all I see are fucking 50 to 60-year-olds at this point.
Chris Rock escaped it. Chris Rock was there, and they have pictures of him in the back of like a pickup truck trying to get the fuck out of there.
Wow. What was it? Really? But yeah, this is crazy. What's with all these like 50, 60-year-old men? He-she's.
That's what, what she was saying is true. It's like, well, why are you trying to escape? Isn't your whole point of being here just sitting around and doing drugs? Like, now you have a real good reason to.
Yeah, I would have been. I'm more shocked that any of them know there's an emergency.
Right. Right.
They're like, oh, what? We're trapped in here. I was busy taking acid and wearing ski goggles with this guy.
I mean, within a couple seconds, this guy's a fucking douchebag. Oh, there he is.
It's Diplo. He's a DJ, I think.
Oh, God.
That was Diplo?
Hey, what's his name? Dipshit?
Yeah.
Man, do I love that fucking jacket Chris Rock has on.
Great jacket.
Patrick J.
Much
Petty
better than Pat.
Way better than Pat.
Way better than Pat.
So they're trapped because of the mud, huh? Let's see if we get more.
Yeah, I mean,
Suzanne.
isn't trapped just relative? I mean, if you got food, water, and drugs, and you could, and you're not in any danger, which they're not, just fucking stick it out, man.
A 4-wheel drive car.
It'll be dry in 45 minutes. It's the
for
desert.
4 days.
Take it out.
Others finding ways to escape, trudging through the muddy desert. Even comedian Chris Rock and DJ Diplo.
It's muddy still.
The performer posting about the ordeal on social media.
We walked 3 miles now. We got, I think, 5 more.
Making it out after hiking for miles and then getting picked up by strangers. The storm system causing problems across the state. In Las Vegas, one person has died and dozens rescued amid heavy rain and flash flooding.
Muddy, Burning Man.
Back at Black Rock City, people trying to take it all in stride.
Maybe not the Burning Man experience you were expecting.
Well, it's a little bit of like a Raining Man experience.
Instead of a burn, feeling the brunt of a powerful storm.
And Liz, is there any? Wow. That looks horrible even on a nice day.
Diplo should have smacked the shit out of Chris Rock on that video. How hilarious would that have been?
Keep my wife's mud out your mouth. Yeah, I don't know. I tell you what, that looked like even if it was a bright, sunny day, that'd be fucking terrible.
Well, the point of Burning Man is that it's terrible because when it is bright and sunny, it's just a dust kick up. Like everyone has to wear like coverings over their face and shit because it's like a dust bowl. I'd rather have mud.
Oh God, yeah. They did look like that Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas scene.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, like a apocalyptic thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's supposed to be like, you're not supposed to be living comfortably anyway. So
they're like, we're prepared for the apocalypse, but we never expected rain.
Yeah.
It's like, I have this 9-foot sword and 2 machine guns, but I forgot my umbrella.
Yeah. Umbrella though. Forgot all about that.
Burning Man, not a success. But if you want to think about success after this past weekend, especially in the sports world, you think Deion Sanders. Did you see this game, Bill? Did you watch the whole game?
I did not watch the whole game, but I was in and out on it. And I unfortunately had TCU minus 20.5. Not a good bet. But so Deion goes into this game. Colorado has 88 new players this year. Like the whole roster was like revamped by him, and they go in and knock out the team that was in the national championship last year. Pretty fucking amazing, really.
Unbelievable. Who doesn't love Deion Sanders too?
You ever see the video?
I didn't in the 90s for sure, but now that I'm older, I could appreciate him more when he's not running back interceptions on Phil Simms.
You ever see the video of him kicking out one of his players of the locker room, the weight room, because he's wearing the wrong color socks?
No, but I mean, that's kind of how he's been coaching these kids. Yeah. He's fucking crazy. The kids don't have, the teams have captains and they wear like the C on their chest. Like doesn't even have that. He actually, it's funny because it looks funny, but they have L's on their uniforms for leaders. But you know, that could backfire if you really start losing.
Yeah.
Hey, put it down. Get up. Wakes up.
Oh, so it's one of his players.
Yeah, one of his players. He kicks him out of the weight room because he's wearing white socks.
Oh, I thought he was trying to tell him to wear white socks. I'm like, he's got him on.
Now
I'd see everybody else has playing.
It's like he was getting a lot of flack from other coaches and talking heads, but for the way he was coaching like this, but he won. So guess what?
Yeah,
you got to shut up until this goes bad. He just beat TCU. You know what I mean? A ranked team.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that he's doing that is controversial? Like as far as coaching
you
goes?
know, this is like from what I'm, some shit I was reading, like the lightest stuff, like socks, kick him out to go get new socks, but he's like kind of running a military operation over there. And the thing is, it's like, well, what do you say to a guy who's Deion Sanders? Who's like the best at what he's ever done.
Oh yeah. He showed up at the combine in a limo, got out, came inside, skipped all the other shit, ran a 40, got back in the limo and left.
So
at least that's the story. That was in the 30 for 30 about him too. So
they do have a 30 for 30 about him.
Yeah, there was a 30. Yeah. And at least it was one. I think that was the one. I think what's the other one on ESPN? Well, yeah, 30 for 30 had to be that. And primetime, Neon Deion. He played two sports. He was probably the most successful two-sport athlete, right?
Successful,
baseball,
yeah.
He was actually he was very good at baseball. He wasn't just like forget Jordan. He was just playing because he was just, he was on a fake suspension for gambling. That's why he left basketball.
And he was terrible at baseball.
Terrible at baseball. Bo Jackson was decent at baseball, but he was only decent at both sports. Bo Jackson, he was just a fantastic athlete all around.
He had
right?
a cannon too.
Cannon.
Here you go.
I mean, he could do anything. But not Deion.
It says that limo thing is true. One of the greatest early combine stories came out courtesy of Florida State's Deion Sanders in 1989. Deion gets up to the line. Okay. Let's see. There was talk pre-combine that Sanders wouldn't run the 40 at all. He later said he would take his medicals, run his 40, and go home. Deion gets up to the line, runs his first 40, and everyone has him at 4.3, so 4.3. We figured he was done. He gets up, runs another one, and runs it even faster. Standing ovation after he runs it.
He goes through the tunnel, and we don't see him again.
Yeah, he goes through the tunnel. We don't see him again. So he just. Here we go. These days, it usually gets embellished by most retailers to include Deion not just running off the field, but running into a waiting limo that took him straight to the airport. Okay, so it got embellished a little bit, but that's still
all right.
This article is titled "Deion Sanders' NFL Combine was so legendary, people will believe anything about it." So it's
yeah,
but that's him too.
Well,
I mean, because some of the stuff is real.
Yeah. And the things he said, he backed up. They asked him how fast he truly was because he said, "I'm faster than the guy I'm standing next to." That's it. They don't need he does not need a number. He's faster than you. Period. And he used to run backwards and beat people at Florida State, D1.
Yeah.
This dude, forget it. He backed his shit up. But so now he goes to a program, gives him immediate credibility, especially with all this NIL stuff. Guys can transfer and shit. Oh my God, this is perfect timing. Who wouldn't want to go play for Deion
after that win?
Did you?
Well, especially now, it's going to really take off.
I read something yesterday where the school offered him $30 million, and they didn't even have the money yet. They just knew that they would be able to raise it and sell out season tickets enough to be able to pay after.
Does that tell you everything you need to know? Because this is a business, bottom line. No college is just going to pay him just to fuck around.
Right.
They know he's worth more than 30 mil. 30 million.
Yeah, he might make the whole fucking program turn into something.
And by the way, when he got that $30 million, he said that Colorado was getting a deal. Like, how badass is that?
That's Dion. That's Dion. He bankrupts the whole university's, academic scholarship fund.
They said merch went up 700% though. Yeah. So there you go.
Added 1 million social media followers.
Again, it sounds ridiculous, but he's right.
And if they win some games, this $30 million contract can end up being a huge bargain. I got him winning the whole thing.
Of course.
They already won a huge game already.
I just, after that win yesterday, I'm like, I'm betting, I bet on them to win the national championship just because it was like, the odds were ridiculous. It was like a $10 bet to win $3,000. So
$3 million.
Well, I mean, the rankings come out, tomorrow? They should,
yeah.
Or they're out today. And they should be ranked, right? You got to be.
Yeah,
they're going to be ranked now.
Plus 30,000 was the payouts. If they go all the way, baby.
30,000?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, $10 wins 3,010.
You got it's not even that crazy. He'll be in the mix soon.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the NIL especially,
oh
man, they can get that program good fast. They'll have, like, Caleb Williams is going to transfer mid-season and shit.
Well, college football's back, and then NFL comes back this week, right? Or is it next week?
Thursday.
This Thursday? So two days from now?
Yep.
So, it's back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. We're at our limit already. How about that? That was quick as hell.
Goes so fast.
Yeah. Don't forget, we do have a Patreon. And by the way, here's what's coming up this week on Patreon, patreon.com/The Gill Lane Show.
Imagine modifying your car to accommodate a bull, and then it just shits all over the back anyway. What are you doing, guy?
Greeks can conceive through the asshole, I think, at this evolution. You know what I mean?
It's evolution, baby.
Sometimes you come across these old commercials and get a little oh, no, Susan, you're still here. I thought you left. Okay.
You got a big fucking problem with me, Chris. All you wanted me to do is leave. You're such a jerk off. I'm sick of your fucking attitude.
She's just mean to me. She's playful and friendly with everyone else. So you can check that out for 7 days for free. And then there's different tiers. They're all very affordable. So if you want more of the Gill Lane Show, you can go to that website, patreon.com/The Gill Lane Show. It's a brand new episode, a bonus episode every single Thursday. And people are really enjoying it. So check it out. You can't go wrong when it's free for 7 days. And you get the whole archive too. So you can even rip us off. You could 7-day free trial, watch 15 episodes and cancel it and walk away.
Yeah.
We don't think you'll do that. So
please rip us off.
All right. That's it. That's all I have. You guys got anything?
No, I don't. I just want to say 143 to everybody.
Yeah. Love you guys.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.